What am I making? Oh my goodness, I rolled it up tight. Oh, I cut strips. It's like fringe. What am I making? Oh, I know what it is. It's a beautiful flower, just in time for Mother's Day. These would be absolutely gorgeous to give to your mother or someone special. All right, so first, if you've got colored paper or construction paper, you can use that. Or let's say you don't have colored paper. You can use just a regular pieces of paper. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rip one in half there. So I don't need my flowers to be ginormous. And then I've got some crayons and I'm going to color and create my paper. All right, let's speed this up. I love fast motion. It's so cool. Look how fast I can color. Yeah. Okay, so you can also peel your crayons and use the side of the crayon, and that makes it go even super faster. Once you have your paper all colored, we're going to start making this. So first we're going to make the stem. So take your green paper, and then I only colored one side because this one is going to roll in on itself. And you want to try to keep it as tight as possible. So what I'm going to do is I kind of like pinch it. It's just a little bit. And then as you pinch it and keep rolling it, it's going to go easier as you do it. So I'm just going to take my time, be patient, and then you start to see it rolling it up. If you had a toothpick, you could roll it around a toothpick. That would probably make it easier too. So just take your time, and then you're going to just gently keep rolling it and roll it. You don't want it to get real thick. So to keep it nice and tight, you keep squishing it back on itself because we're making that stem. And it's going to get bigger and bigger. All right, I'm going to put this in fast motion so it goes a little faster. Now when you get to this spot, we're going to use a little glue to keep it in there. Glue sticks work fine, white glue works fine, whatever you have will work. But you remember you have to be patient and you have to wait for that glue to kind of set. Otherwise it's just going to unroll again. So you're going to have to hold it and count like probably to about 15 or so. And just be patient until that gets set. Now, once you have your stem rolled, set that to the side so that it can dry before we play with it. Now we're going to create the fringe for our fun little flower. So you're going to get your paper. Notice this one I colored on the front and the back because that's going to help it as we do it. And what I'm going to do is you can either fold it to make sure that it's got nice even areas, or you can just cut your strips. But what I did is I'm just folding it in, and then I'll fold this one into here. Anyone who made the baby guru, this is the same way we started folding that. Remember the baby Yoda? Then you can see I've got a line here, a line here, a line here. You can freehand them if you want, or if I'm going to do this so that you can see it better, I'm just going to draw those lines down. Then I'm going to patiently take my scissors and cut those pieces apart. Once I have those pieces put apart, I'm going to draw another line right across. This is where my fringe is not going to stop. Once I have that, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go up, and notice I stop right at that line. That's like the door stopper. It's like, no, don't go past me. This is it. I can't go any further. And you're just going to gently take those scissors and go up. This is called fringe, and this is the great way to make some fun petals for your spring flowers. And then I'm going to put in fast motion and do it to the rest of them. So now I have them all fringed. I have my flower here, and I like to use the thick side of it down for the bottom and the skinny for the neck of the flower in this area. Then I'm going to take my fringe like this, and I'm going to go to the top of it, and I'm going to carefully roll it on there. Did you guys all say, hey, Miss Schlarman, shouldn't you glue first? And I'm going to say, yep. You're right. So before you start going into it, you're going to get some glue. You can use either a glue stick or Elmer's glue. Now, I like to take this glue and just kind of like get it a little smeared out so it's there. If you have glue on your fingers, just rub them together. That way it just kind of dries up and cleans. So I'm going to take it at the top here, and I'm going to wrap it around it. And you're going to come this way. Take your time and just be patient. Remember, glue doesn't automatically like stick together like hot glue. Hot glue is pretty amazing, but you have to be careful because hot glue will burn you, and that's an adult thing. Only let adults use the hot glue. So I'm just taking my time, being patient, and wrapping it around, just spinning it. This is where you just got to take your time. Do not get in a hurry, okay? And then once it's like that, you're going to have to hold it. Probably need to count to 100 until it dries. I'm going to take a little time while holding this to talk to you about color choices. You can totally pick whatever colors you want. Maybe you want some like blue and then do purple and then do yellow, or make them all the same color. You can make multiple flowers. So there's 3 fringed areas on this, and it's like 1, 2, and 3. And if you'll notice, I made 1, 2, and 3 over here. So I'm just holding that. If you don't hold it, it'll all come undone. So now it just looks like a broom. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we'll set that aside for a little bit. I'm going to take my glue again, and I'm going to put it right here on that stopper. Remember where we had the stopper for it? Take that, give it a little smear so it's all stuck. Then my next one, I'm going to come down a little bit. So it's the next layer of the flower petals. And I'm going to start wrapping it and rolling it around that area, keeping it nice and tight. If you let it get sloppy, then your flower is going to look sloppy. So take your time and be careful, because sometimes it would like to rip if you're not careful. So you got to take your time, kind of gently go around it. And you notice this little gap here? See that gap? I kind of pinch that gap and kind of like let it kind of squish in on itself. And then when this next layer comes over it, it traps it in. So you just kind of want to take that, pinch any of those gaps over, kind of fold it. And it's okay if they all fold. It's all good. So you take it and keep on going. And then this is where you have to be patient again and hold it. Probably count to 50. And then it should be secure enough for it. If you're using glue sticks, sometimes they go a little bit faster, but the white glue, this Elmer stuff, is amazing because it really, really makes it, when it's dry, strong, super strong. So there, I've got 1, 2. Look at that. You can see how the flowers are just going. Set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and put my strip of glue. All right, this third one, I'm going to put it in fast motion so we can go a little bit faster. All right, so I gave it a little time to dry. If you try this too soon, it might rip, so take some time. But you see how this one kind of fluffs out. You can make them fluffy or straight or all kinds, but basically you can just pull down these little pieces, the little fringe, and you could make your flower really bloomed or more closed up. So it's your choice in how you want your flower to look. And you can make multiple flowers. You can make different kinds of flowers. This is just one way to create a cool paper flower. You can come up with different ways, get as creative as you want, and maybe make like a whole bouquet. And I think this would be a wonderful gift for your special person in your life on Mother's Day. And you can give it to them, like make a couple of them. And oh my gosh, I think the one where I colored the paper is almost prettier than this one. They're both pretty. I love all of them. Maybe 3 would be a nice gift. All right, I can't wait to see all of your fun, whimsical, colorful, or white flowers. All right, go create. Bye.